Welcome to BBC Rare Coins. This tiny 1-cent Lincoln penny could be worth thousands, and most people spend it without ever knowing. In this video, I'll show you why this everyday coin is one you should always check before it leaves your pocket. Let's start. Top 1. Coins are often ignored. They sit quietly in pockets, drawers, and jars, passed from hand to hand without anyone ever stopping to look. But sometimes, history hides inside the smallest objects. Sometimes, a single coin carries a story so powerful that it transforms 1 cent into a symbol worth thousands. The USA 1-cent wheat penny is one of the most legendary coins ever produced in American history. First introduced in the early 20th century, it marked a major moment in U.S. coinage. For the first time, a real historical figure, Abraham Lincoln, appeared on a circulating American coin. The design was bold, respectful, and timeless. On the reverse, 2 wheat stalks framed the words 1 cent, representing growth, strength, and prosperity during a rapidly changing nation. For decades, these pennies moved through everyday life. They bought bread, newspapers, and small moments of joy. Millions were minted, and most disappeared into circulation, worn down by time. But among them, certain years and conditions created legends. The 1940 wheat penny stands as one of the most intriguing examples. It was produced during a tense period in American history, just before the country entered a global conflict that would change the world forever. The nation was holding its breath, and these pennies quietly circulated through a society on the edge of transformation. At first glance, a 1940 wheat penny looks ordinary. The familiar portrait of Lincoln, the simple copper tone, the wheat ears standing tall on the reverse. But collectors know that some versions of this penny are far from ordinary. Subtle differences in striking, preservation, and composition can turn a common-looking coin into a rare and highly valuable artifact. What makes a coin valuable isn't just age. It's survival, its condition, its rarity. A penny that avoided heavy wear, corrosion, or damage becomes something special. It becomes a time capsule. When collectors hold a pristine wheat penny from 1940, they aren't just holding copper. They're holding a silent witness to history. And while the penny tells one story, another American coin tells an even more dramatic one. That the quarter dollar is one of the most familiar coins in the United States. It's used daily, spent without thought, and often overlooked. But among these everyday quarters exists a version so rare, so unusual, that it has stunned the numismatic world. The rare script quarter dollar is known for its distinctive lettering and unique design details. Unlike standard quarters, its script-style elements immediately set it apart. These coins were produced in extremely limited numbers, and many were lost to time, melted down, or worn beyond recognition. Only a few survived in exceptional condition. One of these rare script quarter dollars reached a jaw-dropping valuation of $49,800. Nearly $50,000 for a single coin. A coin that once held the same value as any other quarter. A coin that could have easily been spent, lost, or forgotten. What elevates a coin to this level is more than metal and design. It's scarcity. It's history. It's the story of how few remain and how much time has tried, and failed, to erase them. Collectors don't just chase value. They chase stories. They search for the connection between the past and the present. A rare coin is proof that something small can outlast generations, wars, economic shifts, and entire lifetimes. The 1940 wheat penny and the rare script quarter dollar represent two sides of the same idea. That ordinary objects can become extraordinary. That something designed for everyday use can evolve into a priceless artifact simply by surviving. These coins remind us that history doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it whispers. Sometimes it hides in plain sight. And sometimes, it's been in your hands without you ever realizing it. Every coin has a journey. Some are forgotten. Some are lost forever. And a few become legends. The next time you see a penny or a quarter, take a closer look. Because in the world of American coin history, even the smallest change can carry a story worth telling and a value beyond imagination. Top 2. The USA 1-cent wheat penny is one of the most recognizable coins ever made. Featuring Abraham Lincoln on the front and 2 wheat stalks on the back, it symbolized strength, unity, and growth. These pennies circulated through decades of American life, quietly witnessing history as the nation evolved. While millions were produced, only a handful would go on to become true legends. Among them, the 1944 wheat penny holds a special place in American numismatic history. This coin was minted during one of the most intense periods the United States had ever faced. The country was deeply involved in a global war, industries were operating at full speed, and every resource mattered. Coins produced during this time reflect urgency, resilience, and survival at first glance. The 1944 wheat penny looks simple and familiar. Lincoln's portrait remains calm and steady, unchanged by the chaos of the era. But what makes this coin extraordinary is not what most people see. It's what time and rarity have preserved. Certain 1944 wheat pennies are considered incredibly valuable due to their unique characteristics, limited survival, and historical significance. Collectors view these pennies as far more than currency. They see them as artifacts from a defining moment in American history. A 1-cent coin that once bought almost nothing has transformed into a symbol of endurance and legacy. In pristine condition, a 1944 wheat penny becomes a bridge between the past and the present, carrying the weight of history in the palm of a hand. But the story of rare American coins doesn't stop with the penny. The quarter dollar is one of the most common coins in circulation, used daily and rarely noticed. Yet hidden within this familiar denomination is one of the rarest and most astonishing coins ever produced, the script quarter dollar. Distinguished by its elegant script-style lettering and unique design elements, this quarter stands apart from all others. The script quarter dollar was produced in extremely limited numbers, and many were lost, damaged, or destroyed over time. Very few survived in exceptional condition, making them some of the most sought-after coins among elite collectors. Their rarity has elevated them beyond ordinary currency into the realm of true historical treasures. One of these rare script quarter dollars has reached an extraordinary valuation of $47,200, nearly $50,000 for a coin that once held the same value as any other quarter. Its price reflects not just scarcity, but the story it carries, the story of survival against time, chance, and history itself. What makes these coins so powerful is the reminder they offer. Value is not always obvious. Importance is not always loud. Sometimes, the most extraordinary treasures are the ones that look the most ordinary. The 1944 wheat penny and the rare script quarter dollar represent the idea that history lives in everyday objects. They remind us that something small can hold immense meaning, and that even a single coin can become priceless simply by enduring. Every coin has a journey. Some fade away, some are forgotten, and a rare few rise above time to become legends. The next time you see a penny or a quarter, pause for a moment. Because hidden within American coinage are stories worth tens of thousands of dollars, and moments of history waiting to be discovered. Top 3. Among the most fascinating is the USA 1-cent wheat penny, a coin that represents an entire era of American life. With Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the front and 2 simple wheat stalks on the back, this penny symbolized stability, hard work, and hope. It circulated through decades of change, witnessing moments that shaped the nation. One of the most talked about examples is the 1950 wheat penny. Why 1950? America was stepping into a new chapter. The country was rebuilding, industries were growing, and everyday life was changing rapidly. The wheat penny was still part of daily transactions, quietly moving through grocery stores, gas stations, and city streets. To most people, it was just 1 cent. To collectors, it would later become something far more meaningful. The 1950 wheat penny appears ordinary at first glance. Lincoln's image is familiar, calm, and dignified. The wheat ears on the reverse stand tall, just as they had for decades. But what makes this coin special is not how common it once was. It's how rare certain examples have become over time. Condition, survival, and history transformed select 1950 wheat pennies into valuable collectibles. Coins that avoided heavy wear, corrosion, and damage became snapshots of the past. Holding one feels like holding a piece of mid-century America, preserved in copper. Collectors don't just see metal. They see a moment frozen in time. A coin that once bought almost nothing can now represent years of history, patience, and preservation. That transformation is what makes the wheat penny so powerful and why it continues to capture attention today. But the story of rare American coins doesn't end with the penny. The quarter dollar is one of the most familiar coins in the United States. It's spent casually, often without a second look. Yet among these everyday quarters exists a version so rare and striking that it has stunned the world of collectors: the script quarter dollar. This coin stands out because of its unique script-style lettering and distinctive design details. Unlike standard quarters, it carries an elegance that immediately signals something different. These quarters were produced in extremely limited numbers, and over time, most were lost, worn down, or removed from circulation. Only a small number survived in exceptional condition. Because of this rarity, the script quarter dollar has become one of the most sought-after coins in American numismatic history. One remarkable example reached an astonishing value of $34,600, more than $34,000, for a single quarter. A coin once worth just 25 cents, now elevated to legendary status. That value isn't just about money. It's about survival. It's about history choosing a few objects to endure while countless others disappear. These coins tell stories without words, stories of the time they were made, the hands they passed through, and the decades they survived. The 1950 wheat penny and the rare script quarter dollar share something powerful in common. They prove that value isn't always obvious. Sometimes, the most extraordinary treasures look completely ordinary. They remind us that history isn't locked away in museums alone. Sometimes, it's hidden in plain sight. Sometimes, it's been right in our pockets all along. Every coin has a journey. Most are forgotten. A few become priceless, and somewhere out there, another small piece of change may still be waiting to be discovered. Top 4. Coins are some of the most overlooked objects in everyday life. They sit quietly in pockets, jars, and drawers, passed along without a second thought. Yet among these ordinary pieces of change are coins that have become legends. Coins that carry history, rarity, and astonishing value far beyond their face amount. One of the most iconic of all American coins is the USA 1-cent wheat penny. Introduced in the early 20th century, it forever changed U.S. coinage by featuring Abraham Lincoln on the front. On the reverse, 2 wheat stalks framed the words 1 cent, symbolizing growth, strength, and the backbone of the nation. For decades, this design circulated through every corner of American life. Among these historic pennies, the 1957 wheat penny holds a special place. By 1957, America was entering a modern era. The post-war years had brought rapid growth, new technology, and changing lifestyles. The wheat penny was still in circulation, quietly serving its purpose during a time of optimism and transformation. To most people, it was just another penny. To collectors, it would later become a powerful reminder of the end of an era. The 1957 wheat penny appears simple and familiar. Lincoln's portrait is steady and dignified. The wheat ears on the back stand tall, just as they had for generations. But what makes this coin remarkable is not how common it once was. It's how rare certain surviving examples have become. Time has a way of removing most coins from history. Wear, damage, and loss erase them little by little. But a small number of 1957 wheat pennies survived in exceptional condition, untouched by heavy circulation. These coins became snapshots of the past, preserved almost exactly as they were when they first left the mint. Collectors see more than copper in these pennies. They see the closing chapter of the wheat penny design, a symbol of tradition just before American coinage changed forever. A 1-cent coin that once seemed insignificant now represents history, patience, and survival. But the story of America's most valuable coins does not stop with the penny. The quarter dollar is one of the most common coins ever produced in the United States. It's used daily, spent casually, and rarely examined closely. Yet among these familiar quarters exists one of the rarest and most captivating coins in U.S. history: the script quarter dollar. What sets this coin apart is its distinctive script-style lettering and unique design details. Unlike standard quarters, it immediately stands out to those who know what they're looking at. These quarters were produced in extremely limited numbers, and over time, most disappeared through circulation, damage, or melting. Only a handful survived in remarkable condition. Because of this rarity, the script quarter dollar has become one of the most valuable coins collectors can own. One exceptional example reached an incredible valuation of $31,100. More than $31,000 for a single quarter, a coin that once held the same value as countless others. That price reflects far more than metal. It represents rarity, history, and the story of survival against time. Each surviving script quarter is a reminder that chance plays a powerful role in what history chooses to preserve. The 1957 wheat penny and the rare script quarter-dollar share a powerful truth. Extraordinary value often hides in ordinary places. These coins prove that something small can carry immense meaning, and that history doesn't always announce itself loudly. Sometimes, it waits quietly. Every coin has a journey. Most are forgotten. Some are lost forever. And a rare few become legends, worth far more than anyone could have imagined when they first entered circulation. The next time you see a penny or a quarter, take a closer look. Because within America's coinage, even the smallest change can hold a story worth thousands.